Okay, y'all.
Turn left.
Tattoo number 3. Tattoo number 2 by the same guy, and I'm finna start my sleeve off. So I got mine right here. And I got this in the back. we finna pull up and we gonna get this junk popping. So, okay, guys. So, as you can see, my guy just drew it up, and he finna get started. This, his name. Well, I'm gonna let him introduce himself, so you can, wherever he at, you can pay attention.
They call me Fruit Snack Spliff. Go check my channel out. Yeah.
Okay, guys, so instead of having YouTube copyright me for the music that we had playing in the background of this tattoo session, I just decided to mute the video and I would just do a little voiceover for you guys. Sorry about my voice. I'm just kind of getting over a cold. But yeah, so I'm getting a dream catcher. I kind of actually did a little research about dream catchers before I got this tattoo. That's kind of why it took me a while, because I wanted to make sure I knew about dream catchers. I like to, when I get tattoos that have a deeper meaning, I like to make sure I do some research to make sure I stand behind that tattoo and I stand behind the meaning, and so on and so on. So dream catchers are a talisman that came from Native Americans, and they would hang dream catchers above children's bed to filter out the bad dreams. Basically, bad dreams will be caught in the web and the good dreams will be filtered out, and once the sunlight would basically destroy the bad dreams caught in the web. Now the reason that there's a circle is to symbolize like life, and how like the sun and the moon continuously move across the sky every day in a continuous loop. And the web is supposed to represent kind of like a spider's web, and all the other stuff. So the feathers are supposed to be for like the good dreams to kind of fall down the feathers, and then like on the child's head basically. So I went to my guy and I showed him what I wanted, and I told him that I liked the web of one. I had 2 pictures, and I showed him I liked the web of one, and I said I like these feathers of another, and I was like, can you mix them basically? So what he did was he like printed out the picture of the web, and he put the template on there, and he basically kind of just freehand the rest. Not freehand with the needle. Like, he went in with some pens, and he was just basically drawing the feathers and the little hearts and the little dots and the flowers on there. So I thought that was pretty dope. I actually loved it. He didn't show me what he was doing while he was drawing on my arm. He kind of just drew it, and he was like, okay, I'm done. I looked at it and I loved it, and we got started. I feel like he did a really good job. The tattoo cost me $160, and it took him, I'm gonna say, about an hour and a half. And I'm so sorry, guys. My phone actually died, so I couldn't record him doing the shading. But y'all, I got a lot of shading. Let me tell you guys something. Shading is the devil, okay? That junk hurts so freaking bad. When they say shading is the worst part, they are not over exaggerating. Shading is literally the worst part of getting this tattoo. Y'all, when he was doing, he wasn't even doing the shading. And once he kind of like just did it, I was just like, okay, yeah, woo, yeah, okay, I'm good. I love it. He didn't even start the shading. And then after he started the shading, I was just like, woo, okay, yeah, I'm really done. Like, and y'all, I kind of looked at the needle a couple times, and that needle it literally goes into your skin. Like, it's literally a needle that goes into your skin, and it's just dragged across your body. Like, that junk really hurts, especially if you get a tattoo on like the fatty part of your body, like kind of where like your armpit is. I don't know if you guys can really tell, but he kind of is kind of getting close to like my armpit. And woo, that junk started hurting. Like I kind of was trying to talk myself through it a little bit. And also, the one thing I like about him is he does not do breaks. He doesn't stop. He doesn't care how bad you scream or beg for a break. He does not stop. He just keeps it pushing. I will admit, we did take one break, but that was just for him to like wipe me down and to change his needle and to get some ink so he can do the shading part of my tattoo. But what he doing right now, it's not really hurting. Like, I'm pretty chill. Like, I'm kind of looking. I'm not really looking at the needle, but I'm kind of looking at it. And yeah, so it was, but I loved it. He's really nice. He's very chill. He's a great guy. He does tattoos, piercings. I don't know how much you guys can see it, but this artwork in the background, he draws all of his artwork. And if you look on the ceilings, he has dollar bills that people have put up there and like put their at name on there, and like he's then like stapled them to his ceiling. And he's a really cool guy. Like, he knows his stuff. I actually asked him about there's a flower. He tattooed a flower on me, and I asked him how he knew I was gonna like it, because I just loved the flower. Like, I just fell in love with it. I was just gonna be like just basic and get a dream catcher, and it was just gonna be straight, like just the feathers just falling straight down. But he kind of like brought it to life, and I love that he did it. Like, he kind of brought some motion and some movement to it, and I just loved it. And I loved the little details, like the little hearts and the little dots and everything like that. Like, he really went nuts. Like, I'm gonna show at the end of the video what it looks like, but he really did go nuts on my tattoo, and that's why I'm gonna go back to him. This is the beginning of my sleeve. Like, I want to have a whole sleeve. That's the dream, and I actually I was telling him that I want him to do my sleeve, and he was like, "Oh, so what else you want?" And I was like, "I know I want an elephant, and that's all I know." And I was telling him, I was like, "I'm gonna just come to you, like I'm gonna just hit you up, and I'll just be like, let's get tatted. Like, this is what I want to add to my sleeve." And he was totally down for it. And really, he was really finna tattoo. He found an elephant, and he was really finna like tattoo that on me. This right here. But I told him I was gonna come back for it. I told him I was gonna come back for it because he had about like 3 or 4 people waiting to get a tattoo, and I didn't want to hold them up. And 2, I'm actually glad I said I was gonna come back for it, because let me tell you something. I would not have been able to sit through another tattoo, y'all. Like, this one was already, like, so much pain. So much pain. So, I'm going to probably go back to him in about a month and get that elephant tatted on there. And it's going to be dope. He does great work. It doesn't take him so long, and that's because he don't do breaks. He just powers through it. But I will say he is a little heavy-handed. So, but yeah, it's all good though. He does great work, and I just absolutely love it. What's good, everybody? Okay, so it is currently the next day, and here goes my tattoo. My guy, he wrapped it up. His Instagram tag will be in the description down below, and y'all, it hurt like hell, but I pushed through it, and it was totally worth it, and I'm glad I have it now, and I'm so excited. I'm ready for it to heal so I can start, wearing it out. But like always, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, And make sure you share it with your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your grandpa, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your auntie, everybody that got YouTube. And if they don't got YouTube, make sure they get YouTube and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video.